All right, we are now live and on the record for Tuesday morning's criminal docket, February 22nd, 2022. Okay, Mr. Vega?
Judge, you had asked me to file a order setting trial, and I did this morning. I forgot to do it, but I did it this morning. It's already
Okay,
been
and
accepted.
what case was that?
That is number 14 on your docket. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you
Sure.
filed the order setting jury trial?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, then we'll get that set for you.
Okay.
And is your client present?
Yes, I gave him the instructions this morning. Jeremy Brown is.
I am here.
Okay, all right, Mr. Brown. Then we'll go ahead and get that set for you, and then we'll let you know when that will be.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else, sir?
That's all I have.
All right, have a good day. All right, Mr. Corona?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 68 on your criminal docket.
Okay, that's CR 20-03-886-I. Romario Robles. Is Mr. Robles present?
Yes, he told me he's on the screen, but he was trying to get his audio to work. He's at work right now.
I'm sorry, he's a what?
He's at work, but he said he is on. He was just trying to get his audio to work, but he should be on screen.
Okay, Mr. Robles, can you hear me? Do you see him on any of your screens?
Let me second screen. Yes, he's right in the center of the second screen. I don't know if you have the same screen.
Okay.
It's under Romario Robles. He's listed there, Judge.
Okay, he wasn't able to connect to his audio, but I see him. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, at our previous court hearing, we did request a trial date. I was informed by the DA's office that he qualifies for domestic violence court. However, he's unable to be in the domestic violence court because he works out of state. So we are still asking for a trial date, Judge.
Okay, go ahead and get your order setting jury trial filed, and we'll give you a date.
I'll go ahead and do that, Judge. That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Tijerina?
Good morning, Your Honor. Judge,
Good
I have
morning.
number 43 on the court's docket. Michaela Lara, it's set for status this morning.
Okay. And that's CR 21-02817-I. Michaela Jean Lara. Is Miss Lara present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, counselor.
Judge, on this matter, we would just be asking for more time so we can get the PTD application submitted to the state.
Okay, does the state show that she's still PTD eligible?
Yes, Your Honor, she's still PTD eligible.
Miss Lara, by any chance, do you have a device, an alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, who do you have that with?
Smart Start?
Okay, Miss Soto, have you been receiving reports yet?
Yes, Judge. You just have a mobile device with Smart Start and there's no violations, Judge.
Okay. Okay, Miss Lara, can I get a phone number for you?
Yes. Area code 832-710-7448.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to go ahead and get that application on file. Mr. Tijerina, I'll have another status on April the 19th because she has no violations. I'll go ahead and push it out. That should give you plenty of time to file, and you might even get an answer by that date.
Correct. So April 19th, Your Honor?
Yes, at 9:30.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You both are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lozano? Good morning. What number, Frank?
Good morning, Your Honor. Number 69 on the court's docket, Vicente Eduardo Rodriguez.
All right, CR 20-03-625-I. Vicente Rodriguez. Is Mr. Rodriguez present?
He is, Your Honor. He's on screen.
Okay, which one? Oh, I see him. All right, what's your announcement?
Your Honor, we're still working on an ADR for this client. He still needs to take his anger management class, which he's in the process of doing, and also victim impact.
Okay, any additional announcement from the state?
Your Honor, we've been trying to communicate with this victim, but they haven't gotten back to us. So we're just requesting more time.
Okay. And how much time do y'all need?
$30 days, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, March 29th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. Maybe excused.
Okay, anything else then? Anything from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you're both excused. Okay, Mr. Chugani?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 5 in the court's criminal docket. It's a restitution hearing. Defendant is Jose Manuel Leal, Your Honor, and he is present.
Okay, CR 1913176-I, Jose Manuel Leal. Mr. Leal, can you announce yourself? Do you see him?
He was there. I think he might be on mute.
Oh, okay, got you.
Good morning,
He's
Judge.
under Jose Leal.
Okay. Go ahead and Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, if the court could call Nora Alvarado.
Okay, Nora Alvarado. Nora Alvarado, are you present? Okay, nobody is responding by that name, sir.
Your Honor, we've sent out restitution letters. We've tried contacting the victim on numerous attempts. At this time, the state is requesting that restitution be set at 0.
Okay, Mr. Chugani, any, sure, no objection, but,
No objections, Your Honor.
okay. Restitution will be set at 0.
I have nothing further before the court, Your Honor.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Cantu?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 33, representing Mr. Flores.
Okay. CR 20-0252-I, Javier Cesar Flores. Is Mr. Flores present?
Yes, Your Honor. I have seen him, yes.
Okay. So you're pending a suppression decision, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay,
And as well as a jury trial date.
okay. Go ahead, your, the decision will be filed by Tuesday. And go ahead in the meantime, file an order setting jury trial.
Okay. Will do, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's all we have today, Judge. May we be excused?
you certainly may. All right, Ms. Muniz,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning.
I have 2 cases on the court's docket. The first one is number 42, State of Texas versus Francisco Guerra. And he is present on the screen. He's actually at my office, so I think he's labeled Victoria Muñiz.
Yes, I did see. Okay, that's number CR 1806578-I. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, on this case, my client is pending the completion of an anger management class. He's already enrolled in it. He provided that documentation to my office, and I believe we just need victim testimony. I don't know if the state made arrangements for the victim to appear today or at a later date.
Okay, Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, if you could please call Luz Luevano.
Okay, Luz Luevano? Luz Luevano?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, okay? You need her sworn in?
Yes, Your Honor, we're going to take victim testimony.
All right. Ms. Luevano, will you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may lower your hand. Mr. Lozano, go ahead.
Can you please state your full name for the record?
Luz A. Luevano Favila.
Okay, and what is your relationship with Francisco Javier Guerra?
He's the father to my kids
And how long have you guys been together?
since 2013.
Do you live in the same home?
Yes. He works out of town.
Okay. And can you tell me what occurred on February 8th, 2018, the date of the incident?
We got into an argument.
Okay, and did he hit you?
He just my hands. He got hard.
You grabbed your hands hard?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a history of violence in your relationship with Francisco Guerra?
The incident. That was the last time.
And are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No.
Did you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the district attorney's office?
Yes, back in 2018.
Okay. And did you fill it out on your own free will?
Yes.
Nobody promised you anything or
No.
threatened you in any way to get you to sign the affidavit of non-prosecution?
No.
Do you wish to drop the charges against the defendant?
Yes.
Do you understand that by dropping the charges, this case cannot be reopened in the future?
Yes.
However, you do understand that if another incident was to occur, you could open up a new case.
Yes.
Okay, that's all we have, Your Honor. State passes the witness.
Okay,
Thank you.
any questions, Ms. Muniz?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, there being no questions, then I do accept the victim testimony, Ms. Luevano. Then you do understand that you're asking for this to be dismissed. However, in the future, if there's a new act, you can file, okay?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Your Honor, we just need another, I believe, a status date, just so that way my client has a deadline as to when he can turn in the anger management. I know he enrolled this month. I'm not sure about how long it'll take, though.
Okay. I don't know.
Francisco, did they give you a date as to when you could complete?
Next Saturday. Next Saturday will be my last class.
Okay, so you want a date after that?
Judge, if the court wants, if not, as soon as he finishes the class, I could submit the certificate to the state and we could take care of it administratively, whatever the court prefers.
Administratively is what I was going to suggest. So I'll just set a tickler I'll go ahead and just set a tickler for March the 25th, just to make sure that it's been taken care of.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Guerra.
Thank you.
All right, anything else?
Yes, Judge, I also have number 84 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Nicholas Ibarra. And
Okay, Mr. Guerra, you are excused, and so are you, Ms. Luevano.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, that's CR 21-08367-I, Nicholas Ibarra. Is Mr. Ibarra present?
He is, Your Honor. I saw him on the screen a bit ago.
Okay, Mr. Ibarra, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, on this case, my client has a felony out of the same transaction. The last I had checked, I don't believe it had been indicted. I don't think he has any other criminal history, so I think he would be PTD eligible, but I know that they usually require that to be submitted on the felony for any consideration. So we're just waiting for that.
Okay, Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, that's correct. There is a felony I didn't take out of the same transaction. He is PTD eligible at the felony level.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna give you some time to see what's gonna be worked out on that. We'll do a status for April the 26th at 9:30. And Mr. Ibarra, next time you come, please make sure that you are groomed properly, comb your hair, sir, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Anything else, Ms. Muniz?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May my client and I be excused?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Garza, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Alfonso Ramirez. He's number 63 and also needs the services of an interpreter.
Okay, Alfonso Ramirez, CR 20-00890-I. Ms. Castañeda, please see if Mr. Ramirez can hear us.
Alfonso Ramirez, ¿nos escucha? Alfonso Ramirez.
He's on mute.
And I
Okay.
know he always has problems, Judge, connecting, or I think. Connect.
Okay,
Alfonso
all
Ramirez.
right. What is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, in this case, we did submit the DWI court application. We are pending a decision.
Okay, Ms. Soto, what is the report on Mr. Ramirez?
Judge, Mr. Ramirez has his interlock device with Smart Start on January the 14th at 6:57 p.m. He did have an alcohol fell of 0.079. Vehicle was turned off. It was turned back on at 6:59, and he had an alcohol reading of 0.082. Vehicle was not turned on until the following day at 8:31 a.m. and it passed.
Okay, Ms. Garza, I'm not sure if you were aware of that violation. Ms. Castañeda, please let Mr. Ramirez know that he had an alcohol reading on his interlock device.
Señor Ramírez, ¿usted tuvo una lectura de alcohol en su dispositivo?
And he is not supposed to be drinking while he is on out on bond.
Y no debe estar tomando cuando está fuera en bond.
No.
No.
Is this his first warning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let him know that this is his first and last warning. The second time he will have to present himself in front of me. And then at that time, I will decide whether he will be taken into custody.
Mr. Ramírez, esta es su primera y última advertencia. La próxima vez lo van a traer enfrente de la corte y puedo tomar una decisión de meterlo para atrás en la cárcel.
Sí, okay.
Yes, okay.
Ask him for his phone number.
¿Qué es su número de teléfono?
325-4334.
Okay, Ms. Garza, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, at this time, the application has been submitted. I know that usually they do take several months to decide on it. So I'm asking at least 60 days for now. And I'll go ahead and speak to Mr. Ramirez about that violation.
Okay, I'll go ahead and give you April 26th. Unless he has a violation, I'll bring him in sooner.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that'll be at 9:30.
Yes, Judge. That's all I have this morning. May I be excused?
Yes, Ms. Castañeda, let him know that he's excused.
Señor Ramírez, ya se puede retirar.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Fernandez, what do you have?
Judge, I have number 30 to start off.
Okay. CR 1606537-I, Miguel Robles. Is Mr. Robles present?
He should be, Judge. He just spoke with him a little bit ago.
Mr. Robles, Miguel Robles, are you present?
He does speak Spanish.
Ms. Castañeda, please ask if there's a Mr. Robles, Miguel Robles present in Spanish.
Miguel Robles, ¿está usted presente?
Fernandez I think he goes by Fernandez.
Okay, go ahead and call out the full name.
Miguel Ángel Fernández Robles, ¿está presente?
I don't see anybody by that name. Do you want an opportunity to contact them?
Judge, yes, I'm sure he'll be able to log on. I think he's just having a little difficulty. He's a construction worker. I don't think he's very that good at that stuff, but.
Oh, I saw a construction worker on here on this iPhone. Is that him on the heart with the hard hat? Oh, wait, he took it off. What is your name, sir? The iPhone, the one that had the hard hat?
Jose Sepulveda.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were someone else. Okay, thank you.
No,
No,
I went.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Mm.
I accidentally muted him. Okay, that's not him. But
Okay,
you can
good.
make your announcement and then I'll give you an opportunity to contact him to come to get on.
Okay, Judge, I'm asking for a jury trial date.
Okay? Go ahead and submit your order setting jury trial.
Okay.
And is Mr. Lozano, is this gentleman PTD eligible?
Yes, Your Honor, he's PTD eligible.
Okay, just so you know that as well, Mr. Fernandez.
Okay, Judge.
All right, I'll wait for him to come on until the end of the docket, and if not, I'll have to take a nice one.
Judge, the other client I have, she's got two cases, 72 and 73.
Okay. CR 20-00553-I, CR 18-06-003-I. Elizabeth Sanchez, is Ms. Sanchez present?
Yes, I am, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Judge, I need more time. I need to meet with the client and go over her cases and options. And I would ask for at least 30 days, Judge, whatever the court has in 30 days.
Okay, Ms. Sanchez, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Soto, have you started receiving reports?
Yes, Judge, she has her mobile device with sober sense and there's no violations.
Perfect. Okay, can I get a phone number for you, ma'am?
Yes, it's going to be 956-240-5298.
Okay, that's fine. You said about 30 days?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, March 29th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Marino?
Good morning, Judge. Forgive me, Judge. Can't get my camera going. I tried to log off and log back on, but I can't get it going. But I'm
Oh,
on
that's
number.
okay.
I've got 77 and 78 on the court's docket this morning. State versus Emmanuel Soriano. I believe he's on.
Okay, CR 21-03712-I, CR 21-03713-I, Emmanuel Soriano. Mr. Soriano, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Judge. Good morning. This was a PTD. I had an agreement with the DA's office and I was trying to get them to confirm, but maybe they can make the announcement this morning about if he complied at the 6-month point, they would recommend termination or closing out his PTD now.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, any announcement from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, I have had a chance to staff these cases with my supervisor. We will be filing the dismissals on both cases after docket.
Okay, perfect. Well, congratulations, Mr. Soriano. It looks like you have successfully completed the program, and because of that, they are going to go ahead and dismiss the cases early. So as soon as they are filed and sent to my queue, I will sign off on them, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Marino, anything else?
That's all I have, Judge. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Mr. Osuna?
Morning, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. We have number 34 on the court's docket. That's Stated Sexes versus Frank Garcia. It's a CR 19-12585I. Mr. Garcia is on under his own name. Mr. Garcia has multiple cases, Your Honor. This one will be a plea. We are respectfully asking for the March 24th setting if possible, if not any other setting that's convenient to the court.
Okay. For a plea, I have, if it's around 30 days from now, it'll be March 31st.
March 31st, yes, Your Honor.
And that'll be in person.
In person, yes, Your Honor.
The only thing is, to be honest with you, is I don't know if we're doing that at 1:30 or at 9:30.
I can keep track, Your Honor. I can follow up.
Yeah, for right now, I'll leave it at 1:30.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Your Honor, we have number 3 on the court's docket. That's Stated Sexes versus Noe Lopez. It's CR 21-13811I. I don't see Mr. Lopez on. I'm gonna continue to try, and then I'll come and update the court as soon as I figure out whether I was able to find him or not.
Okay, so on his other case, it looks like it's a motion to revoke. It has Mr. Flores' office.
Yes, Your Honor. So the state will be able to confirm this. Mr. Flores has ceded those cases to us for the sake of it's in the best interest of Mr. Lopez that there just be one attorney. So Mr. Lozano or Mr. Sosa may remember that when they emailed Mr. Flores responded back saying the public defender.
I'm here.
Oh, is that you, Mr. Lopez?
No, I understand that. Yes, we're not asking to, okay, you're there, all right. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Osuna, and then?
So in that instance, Your Honor, yes, so we would ask if that's enough confirmation for the court, we would ask to be appointed to Mr. Lopez's companion cases, and if we could have the 31st as well, and we can take care of the plea on all three
Okay.
cases. Yes.
So it'll be March 31st at 1:30 in person. And Mr. Damian, please make sure that the public defender's office is named as the attorney on his other cases. You will have to file a motion for substitution and a notice of appearance, and I'll sign off on it.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll also file an order appointing, if that's okay, just for.
Yes.
Yes. And so I have nothing further, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Attorney Vanessa Flores.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have number 65 and 66 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Marcelino Barrientos Rico, CR 17-06257I and CR 19-11280I. Your Honor, in these cases, there's actually an agreement with the state that upon him paying a full amount of restitution on the 17 case, that case, I believe it's a motion to revoke, would be dismissed, and that the case number 66 would also be dismissed. Mr. Rico, he was present. He had made that announcement, I guess, multiple times. He's made, the last payment he made, I believe, was $300, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ms. Soto has it. The court did want for him to continue payments and actively make payments. I'm not sure if he's done so, but that is the agreement, and that's what we've been essentially waiting for.
Okay, does anyone have any confirmation as to how much Mr. Rico has paid or if he's finished paying?
Judge, if I may, Judge, his last payment was made October 5th of 2021 in the amount of $500. There has been no payments after that. Right now, he has a balance and restitution in the amount of $1,043.87.
Okay. So he's not, I mean, I've given him a lot of time to try to pay this, and I'm not sure what the next step would be, except that, you know, he hasn't made any payments in 4 months or so.
Yes, Your Honor. And he's present on the screen. I believe he just took his, or he just connected to audio. I don't know if he has any more information, because this has been the agreement since the beginning, so it's not something new.
Yeah. Is he Spanish speaking?
He speaks English, Your Honor.
Okay.
But
Mr. Rico, can you please unmute? Click the microphone, Mr. Rico.
There.
Okay, Mr. Rico, you haven't made a payment since October, sir, and I can't keep waiting for you because I've given you a lot of time to pay that. You still have a balance of over $1,000.
Yes, I understand that. I've been sick. My wife has been sick, and I am gonna pay some money after on, if I can, if you can wait, on the 12th of March.
How much was that payment going to be for?
I'm gonna have $400.
And how long do you think it's going to take you to pay off the $1,043 that's left?
I thought it was only $1,000 left.
No. Ms. Soto, can you please put again on the record the balance that's left?
$1,043.87.
Okay. Okay, also, if I can make the payment on March the 10th, then I will only have $600 left. So I can pay it off in about 3 months. I can.
How long has he been already trying to pay this? Hasn't it been over a year or 2 years or?
Your Honor, in that case, it's a 2017 case. That's a motion to revoke that's pending. He had, I believe that first payment was shortly after the agreement had been, or the offer had been extended.
Okay. Mr. Rico, you're only gonna have until April the 26th, sir, to finish paying. And that's your last status. If you don't finish it by then we're gonna have to do something else. So it's April 26th at 9:30, and that's your final deadline. It has to be paid before that date, before you come to court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And that's that's as much as I'm gonna do, Ms. Flores.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Oxford?
And I have numbers 16, 17, and 18, State of Texas versus Damaso Cantu. He's present, Judge.
Okay, CR 20-09407-I, CR 21-06492-I, and CR 21-1815-I. Damaso Cantu. Mr. Cantu, will you please announce yourself?
Hi, Judge. Good morning. This is Damaso
Good
Cantu.
morning. Okay, go ahead, the announcement.
Judge, he has a felony case. And we were hoping to be able to get something resolved through the felony case. I have reached out to the new ADA on that one. We provided an affidavit to her. And I haven't, that was sometime in January. She said she would look into the case, having been just being placed in the 430th District Court. She said she would take a look at it and get back to me. I have yet to hear from her, Judge, so I'm hoping that we can get all of the misdemeanor cases as well as the felony cases resolved in one fell swoop.
Okay, Ms. Saldana, is this one of your cases?
Yes, Your Honor, some of them are. One of them belongs to misdemeanor as well, though. I believe 2 out of 3 are the DD units.
Okay. Okay, so 16 and 18 are yours, right?
Correct, Judge.
Okay. All right, so then how much time will you be needing?
Judge, I would ask for anywhere from 30 to 45 days, just so that I can get up to speed with Ms. Saldana and also with the prosecutor out of the 430th.
Okay, Ms. Saldana, anything to add?
No, Judge, no objection to the extension or the reset, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, the felony is set for March 21st, 2022.
Okay, let's come back on the 29th then. March 29th at 9:30.
Okay. And so Rebecca, you have 16 and 18, and Adrian, you have 17?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You guys, I'm available anytime this afternoon. If you want to give me a call, we can try and discuss this case.
Will do.
That's all I have before this honorable court. Judge, may I be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day to both you and your staff.
Thank you, Judge.
you.
God bless, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, what case do you have, sir? You're on mute.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Attorney Thomas Whalen, number 85. It's a status on a PTD for Angel Brian Zamaripa.
Okay. CR 21-04983-I, and is Angel Samaripa present?
Yes, Your Honor, he's here with me in my office.
Okay. Good morning. And what is the announcement?
Your Honor, my client has just been declared disabled with Social Security. So I don't know what we're going to do about the status for, employment. We can get the
okay, so not everybody that is declared disabled is not allowed to work. However, is a disability that he was approved for, does that prevent him from working?
I believe so, Your Honor, but I don't have the paperwork. I'll have to send it to the employment lady and let her review it.
Okay. So other than that, what else is the status?
I'm not aware of anything else outstanding other than the employment issue, Your Honor.
Okay, so were you going to, how is it that you planned on disposing of this case?
Well, as soon as we got that issue cleared up, we would just go ahead and go forward with the PTD.
Okay, go ahead and apply for PTD. And in the meantime, just confirm that he's not able to be gainfully employed, and that's fine. We'll modify that. So apply for the PTD and we'll set him up for a status to see if you've applied and where we're at. And you'll come back on April the 26th at 9:30. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
That's all today, Your Honor.
Okay, you're excused.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Reyes?
Judge Rene Reyes on behalf of Alexis Flores, number 31 and 32, Judge.
Okay, and is Ms. Flores present?
Judge, I don't see him up there.
Oh, I'm sorry, him.
I don't see his name or his face. He might be under a phone.
I'm sorry, what number did you say again?
31 and 32. Alexis Flores.
Okay. Well, you can make your announcement, and if Mr. Flores doesn't show up by the end of the docket, we'll have to issue a nice sign.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Judge, I don't think he's up there. I've been trying to get a hold of him this past week. I had been in contact with him, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay.
I was going to ask for additional time, maybe a couple of weeks, see if I can track him down, because I had been in contact. I do have discovery. However, something's going on. I called his mother, and she also didn't answer the phone, so I'm not sure what's going on.
So, but he was aware of today's hearing because he was present at the last time.
Yes, Judge, he had noticed, yes.
Okay. So I can go ahead and give you another status for March the 29th
Yes, ma'am.
at 9:30. And hopefully that's enough time for you to contact him.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
That's it. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Mr.
Thank you.
Linhart?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
For numbers 51, 52, and 53 on your criminal docket this morning.
Okay, CR 1909538-I. Hold on. I'm getting. Okay. CR 1909538-I, CR 1909539-I, and CR 200762-I. State of Texas versus Omar Nieto III. Is Mr. Nieto present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, Mr. Nieto just got arraigned on the 2nd of this month in the 93rd for a felony allegation, and we're just asking for additional time to convene with the state to package a deal with the felony and these pending misdemeanors. And Your Honor, we're also requesting that a NISI be removed.
Okay, Mr. Nieto's present, so I'll go ahead and recall the NISI that has been issued. And how much time are you requesting, Counselor?
Your Honor, our next status conference in the 93rd is scheduled for March 30th. So a week after that date would be would be ideal.
Okay. Anything to add, Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, that's correct. There is a felony that's pending set for March 30th.
Okay, go ahead and come back on April the 5th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes our matter in your honorable court this morning. May my client and I be excused.
Yes, you're both excused.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.
God bless.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Gutierrez?
Morning. Good morning, Your Honor. Dallas Gutierrez standing in for Jesus Villalobos. We have a plea this morning
A plea?
for Manuel Gaetan Rocha.
What number is that? You shouldn't be set for a plea this morning.
39, Your Honor. It's set for status, but we got paperwork back.
Okay, pleas are now being done in person, Mr. Gutierrez.
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like us to reschedule for another time, Your Honor?
Yes, March 3rd at 1:30, and that'll be in person.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Excuse me, Judge. This is Attorney Francisco Martinez. I just heard you make that announcement. I believe I was also set for a plea this morning. We submitted the paperwork.
Okay, well, I wasn't told anything about any pleas being done this morning because my staff and the DA's office knows that from now on, my pleas are in person.
Can I
So
have
what
that
number
March
do you
3rd?
have?
87 and 86, I'm sorry. Mr. Vera, Israel Vera.
Okay, that'll also be the same March 3rd at 1:30.
And in person, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused as well?
Yes, sir. You and your clients are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Cerda?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 9 on your docket, CR-20-06842-I, Mr. Jesus Jeronimo Avila. I do not see Mr. Avila logged in on Zoom, and I have not been able to get a hold of Mr. Avila since our last setting. I've left numerous messages and I haven't heard back from him. I believe the last time we were here, I had the same announcement. So at this time, I'm asking the court to please grant an oral motion to withdraw on this case. Unless you would like me to have some more time to get a hold of him. The numbers I have don't work anymore, or I just do not get a response.
Okay, the court will grant your oral motion to withdraw, and we'll get somebody else appointed to that.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor. That is all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Una
Okay,
pregunta. Soy Miguel Ángel Fernández Robles.
okay. Ms. Cerda, you can go ahead and you're excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, let him know that we call this case and his attorney is going to file a jury, a order setting jury trial, and he is present, so he's excused.
Su abogado ya hizo ya se presentó y va a meter una moción para una orden por jurado, o ya se puede retirar.
Sí, es que lo que pasa es que estaba con ustedes, pero no tenía apachurrado el botón. Yo estaba con ustedes cuando me dijeron que me quitara la cachucha, pero no le escuché la mera verdad y estaba yo aquí.
I've been present and I saw when they told me to remove my cap, so I've been present all this time.
That's fine. I'm counting him present, but he
Lo voy a
can be
contar
removed.
presente. Ya se puede retirar.
¿Mande?
Lo voy a contar presente y ya se puede retirar.
Ay, muchísimas gracias, la mera verdad. Yo estaba aquí, pero pues yo es que no tenía yo apachurrado el botón y la mera verdad, yo no tuve o sea, no sabía, no lo entendía, la mera verdad.
Okay. Okay, thank you, but I was here and I was pressing the button. I just didn't understand.
Okay, that's fine. He's excused.
Okay, está bien, se puede retirar.
Muchas gracias, señorito.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Garcia?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on number 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59, Judge. We're set for status, the state of Texas versus Ulises Palacios. He's here on screen, Judge. He should be wearing a red shirt.
Okay, Eulises, Eulizes Palacios. Mr. Palacios, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that is on CR 1904948-I, CR 2111961-I, CR 2119662-I, CR 2105663-I, and CR 05644-I. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, these are possession charges that we're trying to resolve all together, all at once. It's just taking us a little longer than anticipated. There are medical documents that I'm still having to submit to the DA's office for their review, so we could work this one out. I'm
Okay.
asking for some more time, Judge.
All right. Any additional announcement from the state?
Your Honor, that's correct. We did receive a medical document from defense. We're currently staffing this case with our supervisor. There is a felony at intake at this time.
Okay, I'm not sure. Mr. Garcia, were you aware of that felony at intake?
Yes, Judge. Unfortunately, they can't dismiss it because there's no actual indictment down, and they can't get a grand jury to come out over here and get an indictment. So it's taking it's taking a while, Judge. It's always one of those situations where we can't resolve this case or these cases until that felony gets resolved, and they can't dismiss it because it kind of doesn't exist as a case number.
Okay, let's come back on April the 26th at 9:30. And we'll
9:30,
see if
Judge.
there's been any progress at that time.
Okay, not a problem, Judge. That's all we have for today. Can we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ramirez?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Reggie Ramirez. I represent Jose Sepulveda, number 74, CR 18-03738I, and I believe he was on the screen.
Okay, Jose Luis Sepulveda, can you hear me?
I believe he needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask Jose Luis Sepulveda if he can hear us?
José Luis Sepúlveda, ¿nos escucha?
Do you see him anywhere?
Sí, los escucho.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, we're it's set for a status hearing. We have requested in the past a jury trial, and we're just waiting for a setting, or I have not filed a motion or an order for a jury trial, but I have made an oral announcements in the past that we do want a jury trial.
Okay, go ahead and file your order setting jury trial. We do have dates now, so we can get you set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Castañeda, please ask Mr. Sepúlveda, does he have an alcohol monitoring device?
Señor Sepúlveda, ¿tiene usted un dispositivo de alcohol?
Sí, sí tengo.
Yes, I have one.
Okay, Ms. Soto, are you receiving reports yet?
Yes, Judge. She has an analog device with lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, perfect. Can you please ask for his phone number?
Señor Sepúlveda, ¿qué es su número de teléfono?
956-458-8784.
956-458-8784.
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is, since he has 0 violations, so go ahead and file your order setting jury trial. However, if he has violations, then we'll give you a date for him to come forward.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
Okay.
excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let him know he's excused, Ms. Castañeda.
Señor
Thank you.
Sepúlveda, ya se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Contreras?
Your Honor, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I got several cases. Let me look at this real quick. Your Honor. This number, where are you?
I have an Ernest Aguilar.
Ernesto Aguilar, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, CR 1809093-I, CR 1811727-I, CR 1801204-I. Ernest Aguilar, is he present?
He should be present, Your Honor.
Ernest Aguilar, are you present? I don't have anyone by that name, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand.
Okay, well, he has until the end of the docket to come on, but go ahead and you can say your announcement.
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Aguilar, Your Honor, I just need maybe 3 weeks so we can sign him up and plea him out on the cases that are before the court, Your Honor.
Okay, so do you want a plea date?
Yes, Your Honor. Absolutely.
Okay. That'll be March 31st, and that'll be in person
Yes, Your Honor.
at 1:30. And Ms. Soto, does Mr. Aguilar have an alcohol monitoring device?
I have no record, Judge, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, then he has until the end of the docket to appear.
Yes, Your Honor, no problem. I
Okay,
do have
your
number
next case.
27 and number 28 on your docket, Jaime Gonzalez de la Cerda. Number
Okay.
27 and 28.
CR 1809241-I, CR 1809242-I, Jaime Gonzalez de la Cerda. Mr. de la Cerda, are you present?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, I need to talk to the felony prosecutor because part of the agreement, they dismissed the revocation against him, and part of the agreement that the misdemeanors were going to be dismissed. So I just need time to talk to the felony prosecutor because they're still pending in your court, Your Honor. So
Okay.
give me maybe 3:31 if possible, Your Honor. 3:31.
Well, Mr. Lozano, do you have an additional announcement to that?
Your Honor, let me look at the felony real quick to see if that was part of the agreement. No, Your Honor, that was not part of the agreement.
So he signed off on that paperwork for the dismissal of the MTR, and that wasn't part of it?
That's correct, Your Honor. That wasn't part of it. These misdemeanors are still pending.
Well, it's not written on the judgment, Your Honor, but I will talk to Mr. Ben in the 139th, Your Honor, and see what we can figure out, because it should have been part of the judgment, Your Honor.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'm gonna set him up for a status,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that'll be on March 29th at 9:30. And that'll be via Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
Does Mr. de la Cerda be excused, Your Honor?
He certainly may.
There's number
Thank you, Your
62 on your docket, Your Honor.
I'm
Number
sorry.
62.
62?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. CR 1915600-I, Gavin Reese Quintanilla. Mr. Quintanilla, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Counselor. What is your announcement?
We're signing him up for a PTD. He's eligible. He's got no prior history. He does have something pending out of the McAllen Municipal Court, Your Honor, in conjunction with this felony, misdemeanor, that is, Your Honor. So we just need more time on that, on the PTD, Your Honor. He's been granted that, but he's trying to gather the money so we can pay those $500, Your Honor. Or,
Okay, so Mr. Lozano, you're showing that Mr. Quintanilla was PTD approved, but his application was approved or just accepted?
Your Honor, we're not seeing an application on file.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, when was that PTD packet submitted?
Well, Judge, I'm looking at the notes here. We're going to submit it. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I stand corrected on that, Your Honor. And I apologize to the court. He's eligible, though, Your Honor. He's got no prior history, misdemeanors, no felonies, Your Honor, on his record. And the state can attest to that. He's got no prior history.
Mr. Lozano, is he still PTD eligible?
Yes, Your Honor, he is PTD eligible.
Okay. He needs to apply as soon as possible. His status hearing is April the 26th. Everything needs to be submitted before that day and under review.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that at 9:30, April 26th?
Yes.
26th? Thank you.
At-
Got one other-
and via Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor. May Mr. Quintanilla be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Quintanilla is excused.
Got one more, Your Honor. That is on docket number 64.
CR 20-08-566-I, Luis Martin Ramirez. Is he present?
He is, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramirez, can you hear me? Luis Martin Ramirez, can you hear me? Okay, there's
I can get a
nobody
hold of him,
present
Your
by
Honor.
that name, but go ahead.
Your Honor, this is the individual that the alleged victim did sign an affidavit of non-prosecution. And I don't know whether she went to the DA's office and signed an affidavit as well, Your Honor. But just that's the status on this, that the case more than likely is going to be dismissed, Your Honor. based
Okay.
upon the affidavit and testimony of the alleged victim.
Mr. Lozano?
Your Honor, that's correct. We do have an AMP on file. We're pending victim testimony. We're missing the anger management certificate. We did send the Zoom information, the Zoom link to the victim this morning. If you could please call for the victim, Maggie Garcia.
Maggie Garcia, are you present? Maggie Garcia? No one's responding by that name.
Your Honor, can we get a short reset for next week if possible? I'm gonna get Mr. Ramirez to log in and make an appearance because he's been on time. He's always been on appearing on via Zoom, Your Honor. So I'm just asking for a short reset on this matter so we can take care of the case, Your Honor.
March 8th at 9:30.
Is that the earliest, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll make sure Mr. Ramirez logs in, Your Honor. That's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, but I also need to know where he's at with his anger management class.
Yes, I think he dropped off the certificate already, but I'm gonna make sure that he logs in.
Okay,
Let me
All
get
right.
hold of him. Thank you, Judge.
thank
Appreciate it.
you. Okay, Mr. Alvarez?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the
Good
record,
morning.
Al Alvarez, I am here on number 26 and 20 and 87 of the court's docket, Jose Luis Cáceres. He's present in my office.
Okay, that is CR 20-02-504-I. And also, you said what other number?
Mr. Cáceres is the only one. I also have number 3637.
Oh, but
Raymond
that's a
Garcia.
different defendant, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So on Mr. Cáceres, what is the announcement?
We're just asking for a trial at the court's convenience, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and file an order setting jury trial and we'll get you set.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's here, Judge. Let me
Okay,
just
that's fine.
switch the camera here.
No, that's okay. I mean, I trust you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
CR 19-09899-I and CR 19-11473-I, State of Texas versus Raymond Garcia. Is Mr. Garcia present?
Yes, Your Honor, he is.
Is he also in your office?
Yes, Your Honor, this is Mr. Garcia right here.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
We're asking just for a jury trial.
Okay, go ahead and file your order setting jury trial and we'll get you set up.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
Your Honor, that's all I have before the court today. Thank you very much. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Hernandez here on number 60, on behalf of client Ivy Geraldine Peña.
What number did you say?
Number 60.
Oh, 60, I heard 16, okay.
I apologize.
CR 21-02075-I, Ivy Geraldine Peña. Is Miss Peña present?
She is, Your Honor.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is the announcement?
Your Honor, Ms. Peña submitted a UA last week. We're just asking for additional time so that she can do the drug class that's required. We're doing an ADR on it, Judge.
Mr. Lozano, anything to add?
No, Your Honor, that's correct. The defendant did come out. He did test negative for drug use, so we're just pending the drug education class.
Okay, and how much time is she needing to take that?
Your Honor, if we could just have I don't know how long the class itself takes. She did mention that she could do it ASAP. So it would just be a matter of how long actual hours are needed.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, when she does that, will you be dismissing this administratively or what's next?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay.
If we could have 30 days, Judge, just to be on the safe side.
March 29th at 9:30. If for some reason it's dismissed before then she doesn't, no one has to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I'll let her know that.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have before this honorable court. May we both be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Flores? Attorney Juan Flores.
Morning, Your Honor. I've got release number 24, docket, Rafael Lara. There's a.
I'm sorry, what number?
44,
Okay,
and there's a pending felony that we're working out. It looks like hopefully we'll be able to get that done too next week. So in this case arises, I mean, they arise out of the same transaction.
CR 20-59001-I, Rafael Lara, is Mr. Lara present?
Should be logged on, Your Honor.
Rafael Lara? Okay. He's on mute. I think he had stated that he was having issues with his audio.
Hello?
Okay, I hear you. And so he's set for, when is his next setting on his felony?
The next setting for April, no, I'm sorry, March 3rd. March 8th. March 8th.
Okay, so then and how much time are you asking on this case?
Just past March 8th, whatever the date's available after.
Okay, March 29th at 9:30.
That's all I have. Any excuse?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Solis?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I'm here on number 79 of your docket, Ms. Vanessa Tijerina.
Okay, CR 20-09478-I. And is Ms. Tijerina present?
She should be, Judge. I spoke to her a few minutes ago.
Okay, I do see V. Tijerina logged in. Ms. Tijerina, can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Solis. What is your announcement?
Judge, we filed a motion to withdraw on this matter for the reason that my firm recently got off the wheel. At this time, where I'm just urging that motion, Judge.
Okay, so then Ms. Tijerina needs another attorney to be assigned to her?
Correct, Judge. And I did explain that to her.
Okay. All right. Okay, then the oral motion to withdraw will be granted. Ms. Tijerina, we will go with the next person that's on the wheel. And then we'll get that sent out to you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Solis, for everything. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And so for right now, we'll do a status hearing for March 29th at 9:30. And you should get contacted by your new attorney shortly.
March 29th. March 29th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Be safe. And may I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. You're excused. Mr. Solis, do you have another case?
Yes, Judge. I have number 54, Mr. Omar Ovando.
CR 20-07582-I, Omar Ovando. Is Mr. Ovando present?
He is, Judge. It's the gentleman that says that he's connecting to audio.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, I just recently reviewed the video with him. We will end up entering a plea, Judge. I just need a few weeks to sign this up.
Okay, the next plea date I have is March 31st.
That's fine, Judge.
March 31st at 1:30, and that will be in person.
In person?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May we
Thank
be
you.
excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank
You
you.
may have to call him, Mr. Solis, because since he's not connected to audio, he can't hear us.
I'll do that, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Hernandez?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Eloy Hernandez for the record number, I believe it's number 13 on your docket. Denzel Beltran.
Okay, CR 18-07898-I. Denzel Beltran, is Mr. Beltran present?
Yes, Your Honor, I saw him on Zoom.
Mr. Beltran, can you hear me? Where do you see him?
I saw him earlier, Your Honor. I do not see him right now. He may have logged off.
Oh, there he is. He doesn't have his audio connected.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead. What's your announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. This was, I heard the court mention earlier about in-person pleas. I thought we were going to proceed with a PTD plea today, Your Honor. We had initially applied. It was denied. We asked for reconsideration. The reconsideration was granted. Our client went and paid the $500 fee, and we signed up all the paperwork. So I heard the court mention that the pleas would be in person. If we could have an in-person setting for a PTD plea, Your Honor.
Yes, the only thing is that your case, I do see that Mr. Beltran is on a work site. So, Mr. Beltran, are you currently working in Hidalgo County or outside Hidalgo County? He's on mute.
Denzel, can you unmute?
In Hidalgo County.
Okay, take off your sunglasses. All right, so he's in person. All right, so then we can do March the 3rd or March the 10th.
Denzel, what day is better for you, March the 3rd or the 10th? To be at the courthouse in person. I'm available.
Either or, they're both on Tuesday, so.
No, they're both on Thursday.
They're on Thursdays.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Your Honor, March the 3rd is fine with my schedule, if the court would allow.
Sure, March 3rd at 1:30.
At 1:30 in person.
Yes, if anything changes, we'll let you know. But it's March 3rd at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all that Mr. Beltran and I have this morning before this honorable court. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. Stay safe.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Kennedy?
They're working on it.
Morning, Judge. Sorry, I'm just trying to mute court 2 here. Thank you for your indulgence.
Okay, what number?
Judge, I'm not quite sure, but I think that the first one is number 45.
Okay, CR 1900406-I, Bernardo Lopez Jr. Mr. Lopez, are you present?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, go ahead, counselor.
Judge, we had asked for a jury trial and the court gave us this setting. But before I asked for another setting on that, I was having a discussion with Mr. Nguyen, who was the prior prosecutor in this case, and he had told me that the state had at one time considered asking my client to take an anger management class in exchange for a dismissal. And I'm not sure if that may still be on the table or if that's a formal recommendation the state is willing to offer. I would like to explore that.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, do you have any notes?
No, Your Honor, I don't have any notes, but I can confirm the ADA.
Do you have an A&P on file?
She filed it with the, not with the DA's office, she filed it with the arresting agency. And from my understanding, they haven't had any contact with her since that time. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's where we are.
Your Honor, we do have an A&P on file that was submitted August 9th, 2019.
Okay, so there's already an A&P on file. I mean, usually the thing is that if there's an A&P on file, we can get victim testimony, and if he can take an anger management course, then it's dismissed administratively. So I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to discuss that so that we can go ahead and if you're going to follow the same route that you've done with others, that way they can get in touch with the alleged victim and send her the Zoom link. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll go ahead and give you March 29th and see if you can get it all worked out by then so we can have victim testimony. March 29th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. And Bernardo, give me a call later today, okay?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
because
Yes, sir.
if he's going to be taking that course, he needs to try to get in as soon as possible because it does take some time.
Yes, Judge. The second case I have, I think, is number 50, Joel Nava. I'm sorry, Jose Nava.
Yes, CR 20-03-684-I, Jose Nava. Is Mr. Nava present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, counselor.
Judge, I was reviewing the case file and I need some time to file some motions which may be dispositive of the case.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, have y'all had any contact with the alleged victim?
No, Your Honor, we haven't. We tried contacting her back in December. She didn't answer and there was no opportunity to leave a voicemail. So we'll go ahead and try to contact her again.
Okay. So how much time are you requesting, Mr. Kennedy?
Judge, if you give me the 29th, I think I can have everything filed by then.
Okay, March 29th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have for this morning's docket. Just have something with you this afternoon.
Okay, so Mr. Nava, you are excused until March 29th at 9:30.
Okay, thank you.
It's good seeing you this morning, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Trejo?
Morning, Judge. I have 3 cases. The first case, number 1 and number 75 on your docket, State of Texas versus Eder Silva. And
okay. Go ahead.
CR 21-03069I and CR 21-14120I. The second cause number, Judge, the 14120 is an arraignment, Class B DWI. Would the court like to submit a waiver of arraignment?
Okay, I can only accept a waiver of arraignment if he has an alcohol monitoring device. Does he have one?
He should be online, Judge. He can answer that. I don't think he does.
Okay, Eder Silva, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Mr. Silva, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
No, I do not. I do not know what that is.
Okay, then raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, whatever noise you have in the background, turn it off.
Let me step away then.
Go ahead and come in.
Sorry about that.
Okay, sir. So in CR 21-14120-I, State of Texas versus Eder, EDER Adonai, ADONAI Silva. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Judge.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction, sir. Do you understand that range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
The court will make a finding that the defendant is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. Okay, so what are you going to do with the 2 cases?
Judge, I'm going to speak to my client and see if we are either applying for the PTD program or I think that's the first thing I'll ask him, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna allow the state to make an announcement on that arraignment.
Your Honor, the state's requesting alcohol monitoring device for this defendant.
Okay, was there an accident?
No, Your Honor, there was no accident. This defendant is PTD eligible.
And is this his first DWI?
In Hidalgo County, yes, Your Honor.
Is this his first DWI arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, in Hidalgo
Okay.
County.
All right, so at this time, the court is not going to order an alcohol monitoring device unless something happens in the process. He is PTD eligible, Mr. Trejo, so I don't know if you're going to be applying for that. But I'm gonna go ahead. Do you think you haven't discussed that with him yet?
Judge, I'm sorry. Actually, we're just asking for more time to receive discovery. I don't believe we'll be applying for the PTD program because my client's working in Indiana.
Okay, well, I do waive that condition and allow them to report by mail.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
I'll speak to him, Judge.
All right. Okay, just let me know what you're going to do. How much time are you requesting?
45 to 60 days, Judge.
And for a status or set you on the plea docket?
Status, Your Honor.
April 26th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. My next case is number 49.
Okay, Mr. Silva, we'll see you April 26th at 9:30. You're excused.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. CR 20-07073-I, Vianey, Villanay Munoz. Ms. Munoz, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we're asking for additional time. My client applied for the PTD program. The state denied her request. So we'll be asking the state for reconsideration.
Okay, I'll give you the same date, April 26th at 9:30.
Your Honor, state has an announcement.
Go ahead.
So this defendant was denied PTD on January 18th, 2022. The reason being was because she had a prior PTD on a possession of marijuana that was expunged. So this defendant would be eligible for DWI court, not PTD.
Mr. Trejo, you're still gonna ask for the reconsideration, or would you,
Yes.
are you gonna ask for that application to be submitted for DWI court?
We're going to do both, Judge. We're going to see which one she ends up being approved for, hopefully.
Okay, April 26th at 9:30.
And I have one last case, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Munoz, you are excused.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, your next case?
This will be number 80 through 83. State of Texas versus Miguel Angel Vasquez.
CR 20-06025-I, CR 20-06026-I, CR 20-06027-I. Miguel Angel Vasquez, is Mr. Vasquez present?
He's in my office, Judge. He's across from me.
Okay, go ahead. What's your announcement?
In this case, Judge, we have received discovery. We should be working out a plea. I need some time to speak with the state and then get paperwork and so forth. If we could have 3 or 4 weeks, Judge.
Okay, I think I missed CR 20-06024-I. Okay, so then you're gonna be asking for your next setting to be a plea setting or to be a status?
We can ask for a plea setting, Judge.
March 31st at 1:30.
And Your Honor, that'll be in person?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you certainly may. Okay, Ms. Arispe?
Yes, Your Honor. Number 29 on the court's list, Judge.
Okay. CR 20-00875-I. Sylvia De Leon, is Ms. De Leon present?
She's present in my office with me, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, I just need a week. We already have her plea paperwork, Judge. She had had COVID, so she'd not been able to come to my office. I know the court mentioned a March 3rd, Judge. If we can have that setting, that would be great.
March 3rd at 1:30.
Thank you very much, Judge. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Bustos?
Good morning, Judge. Judge, I got number 71 on your criminal docket, State of Texas versus Martin Salinas the third. I'm also standing in for Tanya Salinas, Judge, as well. We both have the same client.
Vertania Ramirez?
I represent him on one case and Tanya represented him on a different case, Judge. They're both out of your court.
Okay, CR 21-03728-I, CR 20-09597-I. Martin Salinas III, is he present?
He is present, Judge. He's on via Zoom in a blue shirt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what's your announcement?
Judge, we're set for a status hearing, Judge.
Okay, I believe probation has an announcement. Go ahead, Ms. Soto.
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check report from December the 20th to February the 18th, the 2022. He does have 8 late tests and 28 missed tests. His device was deactivated, Judge, from February the 8th to February the 11th due to non-payment. During that time, he did have 8 missed tests.
Judge,
Okay.
and I believe for the one where the apparatus was not, I guess, paid for, Judge. He's gainfully employed, Judge. He's trying everything he can to make sure he pays his dues and his fees to safety check, Judge. It's just because of some financial burden, Judge. Nonetheless, it was brought on by himself, Judge. But we'd ask the court to have some leniency and he would do his best, Judge, to comply with the court's orders, Judge.
The issue, Mr. Bustos, is that I've already given him leniency the day that his child was born. And I gave him a good lecture that day from the hospital and told him to be a better example for his child. And also today is his second admonishment.
Yes,
So really, I should be seeing him in person so that I can see about incarcerating him. So the leniency is, he's out of leniency at this point. And Mr. Salinas, I had made it very clear to you that you needed to be complying. If you don't want to comply with your bond conditions, and I suggest that you do something about taking care of these two cases, and then maybe you won't have to comply with anything.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor. It was because of funds that I couldn't pay it. I tried my best to pay it and I couldn't. So
the thing is that at this point, unfortunately, your freedom depends on this apparatus. So
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know what your situation, now you're working, but you've got to do whatever you need to do to make sure that this is paid for on a monthly basis. I mean, that's just a situation that you're in.
yes, Your Honor.
And right now, I mean, he's going to be ordered to make a donation to MAD in the amount of $100.
Okay.
And that's reduced because I usually do anywhere between $250 and $500. So he needs to do that within 30 days, and that's still longer than what I usually give because I only give 14 days. So he has 30 days to give a donation to MAD within $100. His next setting is going to be in person. And for right now, what do you know what you all are, he's got a felony at intake? Is that the situation?
Believe so, Judge. Once that gets indicted, Judge, we can get a better understanding of everything that's going to take place.
March 31st at 1:30, and he has to appear in person.
Yes, Judge.
All right, anything else?
That's it, Judge. Maybe excuse, Your Honor.
Mr. Salinas, give me an updated phone number.
956-778-0880.
Okay. All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Garza?
Good morning, Your Honor. Richard Garza here on behalf of Mrs. Diana Solis. We're number 76 on your docket, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're set for a status today. And I was going to announce basically a trial setting. However, I did hear the court mention that people are allowed to be put on PTD if they live out of town, my client lives in Austin, Judge. So I don't know if that's something the DA would entertain allowing her. She's a first-time offender, Class B misdemeanor, breath test refusal. And that would be something that I may consider if the court would consider that. I'm not sure if the court is considering that. She's remained doing well. She lives now in Austin and is working over there, Judge.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, it's just, I just care that they comply with everything else and that they're, report the way they're supposed to report. And that's it. I mean, these things happen. So I don't have an issue with it at all. I'll give you an opportunity to discuss it with the state. I do see that Ms. Solis is present. How much time are you asking for?
I would say 30 days. I know they'd have to probably look into it. I don't see anything and in talking to her that she has committed any other offenses. So therefore I was asking if the state is inclined to allow her to report by mail since she does live over there, Judge. She's been living over there probably the past 2 years already.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, do you have anything to add?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and speak with my supervisor about this issue of her living in Austin.
Okay, March 29th at 9:30.
Just trying to resolve cases, Judge.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. May we be excused, Your Honor.
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Dietz?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here at number 35 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Lorenzo Garcia, and he is present, Judge.
Good morning. CR 21-06186-I, Lorenzo Garcia.
Your Honor, I understand there are some violations on this case, Judge. I have been in contact with Mr. Garcia. He explained that initially he had the device with one company that's here local to the Valley, Judge. Mr. Garcia primarily resides in the Houston area. So he contacted a phone number, I'm assuming for, a phone number for that device. They recommended or referred him to a place called Tint World, who he now pays directly to for the device. That location is in Missouri City, Judge. However, he did not let me know. So I didn't know that had been switched over. That may have been the issue. I'm not sure if Ms. Soto has any additional information. I'm just going off of what Mr. Garcia had informed me.
Okay, Ms. Soto?
Judge, I have a report from January the 14th to February the 7th, and I'm showing he has 3 late tests and 12 skip tests. I'm showing he still has his device with Lifesaver. I'm assuming that he reports to the other company for a download, but it's still with Lifesaver. So that's what I'm showing at this moment, Judge.
So you're still, go ahead, Ms. Dietz.
I apologize, Judge. So also, Judge, he did sign up for a plea. I have those documents were already submitted to the court, Your Honor. So that is also something that he's going to do. I did explain to him that there is no excuse as far as, not taking the test, or if there's any issue with the device, getting that figured out as quickly as possible and informing probation, Judge. He does understand that. I haven't had any issues with Mr. Garcia. He comes into my office when I ask. He's been, complying with everything I've asked on his behalf for this case, Judge.
Okay, so I'm not going to take his plea today because we're going to be doing that plea in person. And is he able to come in by March the 3rd?
Mr. Garcia? Would you be?
March the 3rd, hi, Your Honor. I have a colonoscopy at Memorial Hermann Hospital. I have to start Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, with my eating things, because something happened, I guess, with my intestines. So Dr. Sadiki told me next Thursday, which is March the 3rd, I have it here in the calendar. It's my date for the colonoscopy. I've never done 67 and I've never done it in my life. So he said,
What about March the 10th?
Yeah, I should be done by that because he told me Tuesday, Wednesday for me to take care of my, eating habits or whatever. And that would be Thursday, the 3rd. So the 10th, what's the 10th?
It's the following Thursday.
Right, correct. Yeah, because I'll be done with the doctor with my, that what they're going to do with the procedures.
Okay, and can you come down here? Are you going to be down here?
I don't have a vehicle. It's in Maryland, so I don't know how to get over there. Let me see if I can, my brother's at work.
Let me,
Your Honor, we can set it for March 10th. And then if anything, we can update the court if he's unable to get down here. I understand that because it's a plea, he will have to, find some way to get here.
Yeah, but at the same time, I understand that we're going to have these hiccups. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do as much as I can with those pleas in person, just because it's easier. But I do understand that these types of situations are going to be arising. Let's go ahead and leave it for March the 10th. Be in touch with my office, and then perhaps I'm going to end up having to do those out of town ones, maybe via Zoom. But it's right now, it's still very fluid. I have to be flexible in how we're figuring things out. You know what I mean? So we'll go ahead and do it on March the 10th. Mr. Garcia, I cannot have you having any more late tests or skip tests, sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what is your phone number?
832-805-0150.
Okay, stay in touch with your attorney and we'll figure something out so that we can get your plea taken up, okay?
All right, Your Honor. You guys are number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's all I have. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Munoz?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 61 on the court docket, Judge Saul Perez. He's present in the courtroom.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how you're gonna follow up somebody that says I'm number one, Mr. Munoz, so. Okay, what number, I'm sorry?
Judge number 61 on the court docket, Saul Perez, Judge.
Okay, and is Mr. Perez present?
He is present, Judge. This is a case, Judge, where we have a pending. No, Judge, I'm sorry. This is not. I just need an additional setting in this case, Judge, to get a result.
Okay, CR 21-02370-I. I do see Mr. Perez in. On the screen, does the state have an announcement?
Your Honor, there's a felony at intake. A recommendation was sent out on December 11th, 2021.
Okay, so that felony is still at intake, Mr. Munoz. So do you want to set this out a little further?
Yes, Judge, if we can get some more time, Judge.
Let me go ahead and set it for a status for April the 26th to see if at 9:30 to see if anything has been done by then on the felony.
Perfect, Judge. That's all I have this morning, Judge. May I be excused, Mr. Perez be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Omar Obando. Omar Obando.
Disculpe, ¿me puedo retirar?
Who was that?
Saúl Pérez.
Oh, Ms. Castaneda, please let him know that his next setting is April the 26th at 9:30, and yes, he's excused.
Mr. Pérez, su próxima corte es el 26 de abril a las 9:30 de la mañana y sí, ya se puede retirar.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Omar Obando. Oh, he's not connected to audio. Miss Olivares, Fela Olivares. Miss Olivares. Okay. Okay, who's on with Cantu? What is that Cantu? Is that Isaías Cantu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're Isaías Cantu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see if your attorney's ready. Ms.
Yes.
Olivares?
Yes.
Are you still in another court?
Yes, I am, Judge, but I haven't finished. It's not in, I'm there. They haven't called my case. I'm sorry. I was reviewing a file.
It's okay. It's hard when you're trying to juggle. All right, let me call your case. CR 21-04370-I, CR 20-03128-I, CR 20-03126-I, CR 21-04371-I, CR 21-04372-I, CR 21-04373-I, and CR 21-04374-I. State of Texas versus Isaías Cantu. Mr. Cantu is present. And
Yes.
what is your announcement, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, we still have some felonies that are out there out of the same transaction. The last time we were with County Court 1, because he also has a case there, I think it's 430th. They had not been indicted yet. So if the DA, Mr. Lozano?
Yes.
If he knows if they've been indicted or still out there pending, that's what all of us are waiting for. 'Cause it's
Okay,
the
Mr.
same
Lozano,
transaction.
do you show anything on that?
Your Honor, those felonies are still at intake.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So right now, the issue we're having is that Mr. Cantu is not using his alcohol monitoring device. And
Say
that is unacceptable. Mr. Cantu, did you get that device connected?
Yes, ma'am, I had paid already. I
Okay,
was just
Ms.
having
Soto, what's the
financial
most,
issues.
hold on, Ms. Soto, what's your most recent report?
Judge, well, he hasn't used the device since February the 3rd, Judge, and I received the email from the vendor just yesterday that he still was not in compliance. So I'm not sure when he went in with the vendor. I did run the report, Judge, from December the 16th to February the 7th, and he had 84 skip tests and 6 late tests, Judge.
Okay. And is this his first admonishment?
He's been before you before regarding not having the device activated, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Cantu, it's not an option, and Ms. Olivares can talk to you about that. You have to have that device up and running and working. And this is now your second admonishment, which I probably should have seen you in person. So you're going to make a donation to MAD in the amount of $100, and you have to do that within 30 days. The next time, if you have more violations, sir, you're going to be in front of me, and I'm going to decide whether or not to revoke your bond and take you into custody. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, sorry about that.
It's not an option, and Ms. Olivares knows exactly how this court works, and I'm sure she'll have a talk with you about it.
I do, Your Honor, and I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
talk to him.
So we'll come back on April the 26th at 9:30, and let's see whether or not they've been indicted by then.
Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Luna. I don't see that your client is on.
Judge, I apologize. I was out of state and I had no signal. I tried to get someone to cover for me, but then when I asked them who had County Court 9, I lost signal again. So I wasn't, so I apologize. I know I'm late.
This is
he was
when your
supposed
big
to log on, but
brother,
haven't
this is when your big brother's supposed to step in for little sister.
I know, but I didn't even have, I hadn't asked them even prior because, you know, I trust myself a lot and
Okay, so I don't have your client on. Do you know if he was gonna be on?
He was supposed to be on and he knew it was early this morning. I don't know if he maybe was on and then jumped off because he didn't see me or something. I can try to get a hold of him now if the court would like.
No, because you are breaking up. What is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, if I could, well, first of all, Judge, I apologize for my appearance and not having a suit on this morning. And secondly, I would ask if I could please get a short reset on this one. I believe it is something we'll be able to work out with the state. I just need to try to see if there's some negotiation room on the offer currently.
Okay, I have for a plea date, it would only be either March 10th or March 31st.
March 10th, Your Honor, and if for whatever reason, I can contact your court if it isn't going to be a plea.
Okay, March 10th at 1:30, and that'll be in person.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
That's
All right.
I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you for checking in.
Thank you. And again, I apologize for being late.
Oh, it's okay. You're still you're still batting 1,000 in comparison to some others.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep my record high. Have a great
All
one,
right,
Judge.
take care. Have a good trip.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, who do we have? Raul Garza Jr.?
I'm present, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who's your attorney?
Well, that's the issue that I'm facing, Jose Rivas. He hasn't been present for the past 3 hearings. I call him numerous amount of times and I cannot get a hold of him. At this point, I am wanting to get a different attorney on the case.
Okay.
Just not waste anybody's time any further.
So Mr. Rivas was appointed to you?
No, I hired him when I first took this case. Well, when I first got arrested.
Oh, okay. So are you going to be retaining another attorney, or has your financial situation changed and you're asking for a court-appointed attorney?
If I can get a court-appointed attorney, that would really help right now.
Okay. Are you having financial issues?
I'm working on getting a vehicle to be able to move forward with the PTD. So that's where I'm trying to get all my funds to go to.
Okay, so we'll look at the wheel, Mr. Garza, to see who's next, and you'll receive notice shortly, okay?
Okay.
as to
Okay.
who your new attorney is. For now, we'll do a status on March the 29th at 9:30.
I
If
thank you
you
so
do
much.
not, if you do not receive notice of your new attorney within a week, please contact our office.
I will do so.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have a
I
good day.
appreciate everything. Thank you. Have a good day, Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, Wilbur Antonio Gonzalez. Wilbur Antonio Gonzalez.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. Yes.
Good morning. Who's your attorney?
Justino Garza Jr.
Okay. Oh, you're here for a PTD status? What is the state? It's number 41 on the court's docket, CR 1910072-I. Do you have an announcement, Mr. Lozano?
Yes, Your Honor, CR 19-10072I, resisting arrest has been dismissed.
Okay. So congratulations, Mr. Gonzalez, for successfully completing the program, sir. I'll sign off on that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Anything else?
No, everything's dismissed.
No, Your Honor,
Thank you
not
so much.
Oh,
the.
no?
Appreciate y'all. Have a good
Wait, hold on. Sorry, what?
No, Your Honor, not the DWI. He's still on PTD for that one.
Oh, he's still PTD for something. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Okay, thank you. Keep doing well,
Thank you.
Wilbur.
May I be dismissed?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good one.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Who's on Galaxy A01? Galaxy A01? The person is, I don't know. The person did not connect to. Oh, Mr. Ovando, they already made the announcement for him. Okay, let me just remove it. Okay, let's go through the docket. Okay, so I have the defendant for number 6, 7, and 8 as a no-show. Mr. Damien,
Yes, ma'am.
do you see that? You too?
Yes, ma'am. Nice, ma'am.
Okay. And then number 15, did somebody call in on that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then that's another one. Number 31, the defendant for 31 and 32.
Yes, ma'am.
And number 40. Did anybody call in on number 40?
I just spoke with Ms. Galvan's office. They advised they were going to have her log in right now, but her defendant or her client still isn't on.
Number 46, 47, and 48, that defendant. Did anybody call in for that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not sure. That's not like Mr. Martinez. What about 67? Mr. Lozano, did anything come across on number 67?
No, Your Honor.
Was it just going to be for the removal?
Yes, Your Honor, and he also has a new case.
Okay. So nobody called in for that. So number 67?
Correct, Your Honor. And I don't know if you want to set both of those cases together. The other CR number for Rosendo Rivera.
Okay, what is it?
CR 22-01353I. And that's a DWI .15.
Do we have an arraignment date on that yet?
No, Your Honor, we don't.
Okay. Make sure that we keep those cases together, Mr. Damien.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so those are the only people that I have that did not show up. So We'll take a quick 5-minute break. Mr. Damien, if you can contact Ms. Galvan's office again and Mr. Martinez's office, let them know that we're on a 5-minute break and then we're gonna come back on.
Yes, I did have a question mark on Jesus Jeronimo Avila. That was the one that Miss Cerda had.
What number is that?
That's gonna be number 9.
Oh, he hasn't shown up because they can't find him. We need to appoint a new lawyer to him.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I have-
So as soon as we get off, we'll look at who's on the wheel next.
Alrighty.
Okay, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. Contact those 2 attorneys, please. Okay, Ms. Flores, are you ready?
Yes, Judge, ready.
Okay, we're back on the record. Mr. Damian, I believe you have an announcement.
Yes, ma'am. I got a hold of Mr. Mauricio Martinez. He did advise he was in the 206th in a trial, but his announcement was going to be he was going to be asking for more time as there's still felonies pending on his client's cases.
Okay, let me go ahead and go back to those. All right, and that's number 46 through 48 on the court's docket. Mr. Lozano, do you still show that those are at intake?
Yes, Your Honor, they're still at intake.
Okay, advise Mr. Martinez, Mr. Damian, that we'll come back on April 26th at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The other defendants' names you can call out 3 times, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ernest Aguilar, Ernest Aguilar, Ernest Aguilar. Ashley Margarita Campos, Ashley Margarita Campos, Ashley Campos. Alexis Adrian Flores, Alexis Flores, Alexis Flores. Carlos Gomez, Carlos Gomez, Carlos Gomez. Romeo Lozano, Romeo Lozano, Romeo Lozano. Rosendo Narvaez Rivera, Rosendo Rivera, Rosendo Rivera. I believe that's all I have, Judge.
Okay, what says the state of those no-show defendants?
Your Honor, state requests that a judgment eyesight be granted, a KPS issued, and all bonds forfeited for these no-show defendants.
Okay, that'll be granted. All right, we've concluded this morning's docket.